16, this is the LOM. The launch team wishes you good luck and Godspeed.
Well, we appreciate that. We can't do without you.
Just 1 minute.
T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 1 minute and counting. Now moving into the final minute of the count. We'll be standing by for the switch over to internal power. Switch over taking place at this time, going on internal power. T-minus 45 seconds and counting. Guidance aligned, just announced by John Young. That will be the last action taken by the crew aboard the spacecraft. T-minus 35 and counting. Countdown continuing to go well. T-minus 30.
Roger, clear the tower.
Houston is now controlling.
Roll, you have good thrust in all five. Roger.
Pitch and roll program started.
Roger.
16 now maneuvering to its proper flight path attitude. Mark 27 seconds.
Stand by, mode 1 Bravo. Roger, Mark, 1 Bravo. Your feet wet now, 16. Roger.
That call up from Capcom Gordon Fullerton says Apollo 16 now capable of water landing. Mark 1 minute 12 seconds, coming up on period of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle. Mark 1 minute 41 seconds. Pass through max Q, still looking good.
Through max Q and everything looks good.
From Mission Control Center, Houston, Flight Director Gene Kranz now going around the room for a go-no-go for TLI. We'll stand by.
Houston, your go for TLI.
Roger, go for TLI.
16 Houston, we're about LOS Carnarvon, handing over to Orion. We'll watch the booster for you. Spacecraft's all yours.
Too much.
Booster systems engineer reports ignition on the third stage. The thrust looks good, he says.
16, we're showing good thrust on the S4B.
Roger.
Through Orion 3 now. Burn time is as predicted, 5:43. Everything looks good.
It looks like Orion is hanging in there pretty well. She looks great.
It's the same to us.
Put out now, Houston.
Roger, looks like a real smooth join up.
Okay, we're captured there, Houston.
Roger.
Houston, we're hard docked.
Roger, John, we saw come in.
Houston, 16, do you have any objections to our going to the burn attitude now?
Your go for LOI.
Roger, go for LOI.
This is Apollo Control. Less than a minute away from acquisition of signal for Apollo 16. And it appears, at least from the timing, that we have indeed had a successful lunar orbit insertion burn. We'll stand by here for the first words from the crew and the burn report. Let's leave the lineup now.
Well, Houston, Suite 16 has arrived.
Roger, 16. Copy you loud and clear.
Okay, Pete, super double fantastic burn.
Ryan, this is Houston. How do you read?
Roger, 5-9 Jim, and we're sailing free.
Roger.
Okay, Jim, it was a little rush, but we got it done. The only thing bad is I got a hat full of orange juice. Okay, Jim, we have you now on the steerable. How do you read? Over.
Oh, I read you loud and clear. You sound beautiful.
Yeah, Jim, on those drink bags, say it's pretty hard to see things when you got a helmet full of orange juice. It's zero gravity, something like that orange juice.
Hey, you got to drink fast.
You really do.
Apollo Control, 98 hours, 5 minutes ground elapsed time into the mission of Apollo 16. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to acquisition of signal as the two spacecraft come around the moon on the 13th lunar revolution. Some 29 minutes, 24 seconds until ignition for the landing phase. 19 seconds away from predicted acquisition as Orion and Casper come around the moon, and Casper, meanwhile, will have circularized. 5 minutes, 47 seconds from ignition. Should have acquisition now. We're standing by for that. Switch on to air ground.
Houston, I'm reading you. We want you to stay with the Omni antenna. Ryan, this is Houston. How do you read?
Houston, Orion, over.
Ryan, this is Houston. I read you rather weak. How do you read us?
Roger, 5-5. The command module did not do search, and we're standing by for y'all's decision with him, over. Roger.
And we're ready for high bit rate now.
Copy, no search.
We copied, no sir.
Do you have high bit rate?
Okay, anticipate a wave off for this one. We'll set you up for the next one.
Okay. Ken's right out in front of us, maybe about 600 feet. So we have a visual on it.
Okay, we copy. Stay right where you are, John. You're coming. Tom's fairly good.
Okay.
Orion, will you confirm forward Omni?
That's what you have for it, Omni.
Lunar Module Orion has been advised of the possibility of a wave-off for landing on this revolution. It seems that the circularization burn on the command module Casper was unsuccessful. This is Apollo Control, 101 hours, 50 minutes ground elapsed time. Manned Spacecraft Center Director, Dr. Christopher C. Kraft, Jr., just came back into the control center after having attended a meeting by management people in one of the back rooms, and the situation is go for landing. To reaffirm, we do have a go for landing, revolution number 16. That decision will be passed up to the crew at acquisition of signal some 7 minutes from now as they come around the front side of the moon. The new maneuver timelines will be read up to the crew for circularization by the command module and power descent and landing by Lunar Module Orion. Repeat again, we are go for landing.
The 64 at 8200. Pro. Pitch over. Pitch over. And here it is, Gator, Lone Star. Call me the thing, Charlie. Okay, 38 degrees. Right. Palmetto and Dot, North Ray. Okay. Looks like we're going to be able to make it, John. There's not too many blocks up there.
Ryan, you go for landing.
Okay, 4,000 feet. Go for landing. 42 LPD. 42. Okay, 3,900 feet. Okay, 2 to the south, Charlie. Okay. It's in. Okay, 41 LPD, 3,000 feet on profile. Okay, there's, we're coming right down, going to be a little past, okay, 41 LPD. Okay. 2,000 feet, 60 on profile. Okay. Okay, 42 LPD. Couple of more in. 1,400 feet. 44. Down. Looking good. Out of 1,000 feet. Right on profile. 54 LPD, dropping out the bottom now. 800 feet. 30 down. Hey, Houston, we're going to be just a little long.
Roger.
But we're just now beam double spot.
Copy.
Okay. 23, 22 down at 500 feet. The big block's over here to the left, John. Okay, 300 feet, 15 down. Okay. Okay. Take over, Charlie. Okay. Okay, fuel is good, 10%. That comes a shadow. Okay, 200 feet, 11 down. Give me a couple clicks up. Okay, 5 down at 130 feet. 2 forward. Omaha, drifting. Okay, looking good. Perfect place over here, John. A couple of big boulders. Not too bad. Okay, 80 feet, down at 3. Looking super. There's dust. Okay, down at 3. 50 feet, down at 4. Give me one click up. You're backing up slightly. Okay, 2 down. Stand by for contact. Come on, let her down. You level off. Let her on down. Okay, 6%. Plenty fat. Contact. Stop. Boom. Slow. Engine arm. Wow! Oh, man! Look at that. Engine arm. He said it's command override. Okay, 413. Denise, check you out. Now we don't have to walk far to pick up blocks. We're in front of them. Open, close, open, close. Oh, Orion is finally here, Houston. Fantastic. And I can look right out to the left and see.
Go aft Omni, Orion.
Double spot. We're about. Okay, you got it. Okay, we're forward to the north, forward and to the north of double spot. I would guess about 200 meters to the north and maybe 150 meters to the west. It's not flatlands though, Houston.
Roger, I copy 200 meters north of double spot and about 150 meters west.
And I could see all the way to the ground, just like flying the LTV. Piece of cake. Fantastic. Percy Precision is playing it one on the plains of Descartes. Well, camera stop. I better go easy on this landing radar circuit breaker, huh? Yeah, don't. Okay, that's the right one. The camera's off. Man, it sure ain't flat, John. Wow, there's that ridge to the north. Yep, sure is. All we got to do is jump out the hatch and we got plenty of rocks. Houston, boy, it sure looks like you can make, I see Crown Crater from here. I can see Ray Crater from here. Got it, boy. Almost had apoplexy, that program alarm, and that's your radar breaker. Charlie's about, Charlie's got nothing but a ridge to look at.
That sounds beautiful, John. Wish I were there.
There's a ridge out there's a ridge out in front of us too, John. Yeah, there's a ridge in front of us, one to the side of us, and my guess is that we're in a subdued old crater that's got a lot more craters.
Roger, we copy.
What a neat place. Hey, Jim, this ridge in front of us does look like a subdued crater, and it maybe is a raised rim about 50 meters in front of us, about 4 or 5 meters tall. About 30 or 40% of the surface is covered with boulders that are maybe a half a meter in size. On out in front of us and to the right, where we landed, there were... Hey, man, Charlie, we got to stay, Houston?
Stand by. Everything's looking okay up to this point, John. We'll give you a final word here shortly.
boulders Charlie was talking about. How far back is it? Take the whole EVV and go down the steps here, Charlie. Okay. Oh, boy. Yeehaw. Hurry up. I'm hurrying. There you are, mysterious and unknown Descartes. Island Plains. Apollo 16 is going to change your image. Okay, recorder's off, oxygen system max, utility and floors are off, side panels are off. Here I come, babe. Fantastic. Oh, that first foot on the lunar surface is super, Tony. Oh, is this ever nice? No, is this great? Good Lord, look at that hole we almost landed in. Well, Houston, here we are. Sleepy little Descartes. Okay, there goes the front wheels. And the back aft chassis is released too, I think. And the rover is within 2 feet of being on the ground. Mighty old machine. I believe we're a little upslope here. I got the feel like if I let go of it, it'll roll under the vehicle. Yeah, I did too. Okay, there we go, John. It's on the ground, Houston. Outstanding. There you go. Let's pick this baby up and turn it around. Okay. Makes you proud to be an American, Tony. An experience like this. Yahoo! Tony, this is so great you can't believe it.
I believe it, Charlie.
It's raining, John. Look at it go, would you, Charlie? It's got all your steering. It's great. Oh, this is going to be some kind of different ride. The rotor is running, Houston. It's right through a few of these little craters here, Charlie. You know, it's hard to get to where you are from here. John, you sure going slow. Well, the wheels are skidding, Charlie. Yeah, your rear steering's off. Huh? You don't have any rear steering. I think that the best place here for the LSEP is to the limb 11 o'clock position. And I'll let John give you the range. But it's up on the top of a dome, and it's fairly flat. And I think John can drive about 290, maybe 28, down over a ridge for the thumper.
That sounds good, Charlie. And John, it's 266.
Turn on your rear steering, John. Is that where you want to put the LSEP? This is the levelest spot I could find. I tell you, Houston, there's just no place that's not got craters and things around it. Okay, we'll start drilling right here then.
Okay, and we need about 30 feet between that heat flow hold and the LSM.
Understand.
While Duke is getting ready to drill these holes, John Young is setting up the central station in the passive seismic experiment.
Okay, are you guys ready? Here we go. Mark. Hey, that beauty is going right in.
Outstanding. John, do you remember where the bubble was on the top of the PSE?
In the middle.
Very good. I should have known.
They said we couldn't come back unless we put the bubble in the middle. Oh, I was afraid of this. What's wrong? The AS... Charlie? Huh? Thing pulled so hard that pulled the central station. Yeah. Can't you realign it later? Yeah, that's a thought. That was my problem with the RTG package. Charlie, what? Something happened here. What happened? I don't know. There's a line that pulled loose. Oh, what is that? What line is it? That's the heat flow. You pulled it off. I don't know how that happened.
So we understand that the cable came off of the connector and we've got just a free end of the cable, is that right?
That's right. Okay, the LSM is on the surface. I'm going to deploy a central station.
Okay.
Okay, the central station is erected.
Okay. Hey, Charlie, take it easy. Let's rest for a minute.
Okay, how's your heartbeat? You're up to about 140.
This isn't the world's greatest place to explore LSEP, I'll tell you that.
And Charlie?
Level, and
Yeah. On that hole there, instead of putting the rammer jammer down it, I guess we'd like to put the second heat flow probe down the hole and then measure it with the rammer jammer how far it went, and just leave the heat flow probe in the hole.
Tony, ain't there some way we can fix that heat flow?
Looks pretty bad there, Charlie. We suggest you just not worry about it there. You've got a good LSEP, and the other experiments are working fine.
And at this point, the crew has switched off the television. They're prepared now to drive across to a flag crater, the first stop on their geology traverse on this extra-vehicular activity. That crater is about 1.3 kilometers distant from the LSEP site. It'll take them about 11 minutes to get there.
Okay, Tony, looking off to the northwest there, you can see South Ray Crater with just tremendous amount of blocks on it with some black streaks. And here we go. 274, John. Okay. And it's going to be a piece of cake taking pictures from here, Tony. The big crater, there's about a 10 meter off to your left there, John. I see it. There's a deepy one over here. 4 clicks an hour, Tony, and Charlie, you hit my arm. Excuse me. I'm end up in that big crater. So bad. Hey, at 043 at 210, it's just beyond the LSEP. There are two twin craters. The biggest one's to the north. Got blocks in it up to 650 centimeters, and it's about 5 meters deep. It's driving, John, pretty easy. Driving good. Hey, man, we can just go, babe. I'm really cinched into this news. Yeah, I don't know with these holes that we ought to do there or not. This seatbelt is great. And we're... Eek! That spook. How big is spook? 300 meters? There it is. There's the buster. I mean, there's flag. We're here. You did it. It sure is, isn't it? We are here.
Well, congratulations.
Okay, 088 at 1.0 is... Okay, we stop, John, about 40 meters from Plum. That's Plum? Yeah. Hey, we're going up to where it's more cobbly, Tony, to get the rake sample. It's pretty smooth right here.
Okay, the rake sample should be 1 crater diameter away from Plum, and it doesn't have to be...
Plum, right.
Doesn't have to be too cobbly there.
And here come the Boxy twins. John, look at that footprint. Look underneath that regolith. When you kick that up a centimeter or so under, it's white. Absolutely white right here. Well, take your old thing and do exploratory there for a while. Well, here he comes, folks. He's got the hammer out. I knew he couldn't resist. I don't know if this will work or not, Shirley. But it couldn't pick a better spot.
There we go.
Gonna do it. There's a piece. Let me hold you down a little bit. Hot dog. He did it. It's a very friable rock, apparently, Houston.
Okay, outstanding.
Absolutely great suspension system. You can see some of the things we've run through, and this baby just bounces right out and keeps right on going. The nav is 196 at 0.5. We ought to see the old beauty when we top the rise here. John just ran over a basketball-sized rock with the right wheel, and just there she is, John.
Well, that's good news.
We're about on top of a ridge, maybe 30 meters above. And that nav system has us pointed right at the lunar module. Look at that. Can't believe that big hole there. I just can't believe it right behind her. That might be just due to the downslope, though. Don't run into our hole. Very Charlie. Home again. Jiggity jig. 50 meters. You want to park this thing, Houston? 50 meters from the out. To the northeast. The northwest.
Raj.
Up over this little ridge here. Right by that big rock.
Okay, Tony. We're stopped. We're just about directly north of the Alcep. Man, Tony, you don't know how much fun this has been.
I can tell, Charlie.
Okay, I'm going to retrieve the cosmic ray now.
Okay. Cosmic ray detector is bagged. And as near as I can tell, there's no thumbprints on it.
Okay. Did you get the big rock out of the footpad?
Yeah.
Get old Muley out of there?
Okay, I'm going to park the rover, Houston. I think we got everything out of it there is to get, okay?
Okay, it sounds good. We think so, too.
Why, Houston, the beauty of this place is absolutely incredible.
Hello, Orion. This is Houston.
Hi there. We lost you for a while.
Yeah, we sure did. We're getting kind of back on the timeline. We'd like to hustle you on in there.
That's Charlie climbing through the door right now, Houston.
Okay, and you've got the UV to get yet?
That's right. That's the last of the old orange juice, John. Just finished.
Okay, we copy that. Hey, fellas, you have 245 pounds of rocks.
Director Gene Kranz now taking a status check with his team. Go, no go for ascent. Standing by.
Ryan, you're go for liftoff.
Roger. Houston, master arm is coming on.
Roger.
Too light.
Roger.
Mark 1 minute 30 seconds till ignition. Mark minus 1 minute. 30 seconds. 3 seconds. And confirms a good ignition start on Orion.
Pitch over's on time.
Right. Pitch over 53 degrees on time.
What a ride. What a ride.
3 seconds. Elevation rise rate coming up as predicted. 1,563 feet above the lunar surface.
Ryan, you go at 1.
Roger, looking good here.
Standing by as Orion and Casper go through their final paces before docking.
Okay, I'm approaching. Your attitude looks good. I'll tell you when we have captured. There we go. I believe we're there. Casper's captured Orion. He's all locked on.
It's Apollo Control, Houston. We read docking at 177 hours, 53 minutes ground elapsed time.
Now we've just gotten a call of acquisition of signal right on time. We should be getting the first words from the crew. 16, you're calling.
Roger. We just saw you come up like thunder, and that's how we're coming up. Just going away from it like nothing. Working some mapping stuff. The burn was completely nominal.
That was John Young reporting the burn was completely nominal.
And we're doing just like old 97, really moving down the track. Almost as fast as John was driving that rover yesterday. We just can't get these new guys away from the windows.
Roger.
The view is just beautiful.
And here in the control center, the flight dynamics officer has just confirmed John Young's report from on board the spacecraft that burn was almost precisely as planned, with a very small mid-course correction requirement showing up at this time.
Well, 16, the computer's yours, and I've got your recovery information. The gear's good. 2,000 foot scattered 10 miles southeast at 10 knots, 3 feet wave height. Your recovery ship is Ticonderoga, and the aircraft is Recovery.
Roger, understand. Thank you much.
Velocity beginning to build up now quite rapidly, now reading 19,024 feet per second.
This is Apollo 16. Apollo 16, this is Recovery. Welcome back.
It's Apollo Control, Houston. An observer on the Ticonderoga estimates the distance from the ship about 1 mile.
Turn has been accomplished. Splashed in, splashed. The command module is stable 2, stable 2. All 3 main chutes are in the water.
This is Apollo Control, Houston. We copied time of splashdown as 290 hours, 37 minutes, 6 seconds ground elapsed time.